Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Mallorca Under the Sun, and I'm down here behind Santa Ponsa Beach in the shade of the pine trees to give you an update about the information that you need to know before you come to Mallorca on holiday this summer. And this is an update to the video that I made a few weeks ago as we move into July. Now, you may have seen my video that I made a few weeks ago about what you need to know before you come to Mallorca. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of an update of information, but primarily really to stress that you do check out the website travelsafe.spain.info, where you can find out about the COVID tests that you need and also the paperwork that you need before you come into the islands. Now, this applies to wherever you are travelling from in the world. Just hop onto the website, enter the country that you are coming from, and then it will then display what COVID test you need, if any at all, and also links to the paperwork that you need to fill in. So this is a fantastic resource, so please go ahead and use it, and it will save you a lot of time Google searching the information you need. Okay, so next up, let's talk about insurance. Now, I have had some concerns from viewers who are worried about catching COVID on holiday. Now, I have made a video about that, and you can see that just in this link above this video here. However, the Balearic government have insured any visitors to the island that if they do catch COVID and they are staying in a licensed or regulated hotel, that they will cover the cost of their stay and their quarantine, and also repatriation back to their home country. Now, I'll also put a link to that information in the description text below this video, so please go ahead and check it out. Secondly, it's not just about COVID. Make sure if you are travelling from another European country that you have your EHIC card, and that is your European health insurance card, with you in case you have a medical emergency and need to visit a state hospital or a doctor too. And the same applies in the UK as well. If your EHIC card is still in date, you can still use this up to the expiry date. And if that is not the case, then you have to get something called the GHIC card, which is a global health insurance card, which basically acts the same way. Now, if you do have a health emergency, make sure you don't hop in a taxi and they take you to a private hospital, because you will then have to pay the costs. So please make sure that if you do have a medical emergency, you take your card and you go to a state-run hospital or clinic. So also, this advice does not rule out the need to get proper travel insurance before your trip. And if you're coming from the UK, just bear in mind too that any changes in the traffic light system, for example, turning from green to amber, may actually invalidate your travel insurance policy. So please read the small print, read the clauses, but do get travel insurance before you come out here. So a major issue of concern that I have seen in my Facebook group is about the pre-departure COVID test that you need before returning to your home country. Now, there are private clinics all over the island and in major resorts that can offer these pre-departure COVID tests, as well as hospitals as well. So if you are unsure, please ask at your hotel reception or pop into any pharmacy and they can point you into the right direction. Now, also, with the influx of tourists that we are going to be getting in the coming weeks, do not leave getting your pre-departure test until the absolute last minute, because there could be queues or you may actually need an appointment. So please go ahead and check this out in advance. Couple other pointers as well. These pre-departure COVID tests are not actually available in pharmacies, so please take note of that. And also, if you're coming out from the UK, do not bring the self-test kits as well, because you actually need to go into one of these registered clinics or hospitals to get your tests, or you could face missing your flight on the way home. Okay, so the big news that we had this weekend was that we can now go officially mask-free outside in open places, which is fantastic news because we've had to endure about 400 days of enforced mask wearing outside. But there are a few exceptions to this rule, and that is that you need to maintain a 1.5 metre distance from people around you. So my advice is keep a mask at hand. So especially if you're walking around Palma, where it is particularly busy, just pop on your mask if you're approaching crowds of people, and just help keep everyone safe and keep that COVID rate down as well. And in addition to, you need to wear a mask if you're going into a supermarket or into a shop or a medical clinic or a hospital. I mean, basically, if you're going indoors, you need to pop your mask on. So this is a message from my neighbour who caught me this morning outside my apartment, and she has asked me to ask you all to just exercise common sense because the COVID rates are sneaking up here on the island, and if you feel that you are in the position where you need to pop a mask on and you're surrounded by people, please do so and help us keep the island open. Okay, so all the focus seems to be on COVID at the moment if you're coming out here to Mallorca, but I think we're all forgetting one major danger, and that is the sun. Now, things are really heating up here in Mallorca and the sun here is incredibly hot, so before you come out, or as soon as you get here, get yourself along to a pharmacy, get at least a factor 50 sun cream. I mean, we got absolutely burnt to a crisp the other day because we didn't reapply the sun cream often enough, and we had factor 50, so we are seeing people walking around really being burnt to a crisp. So please take care, especially if you have little ones as well, because the sun here is absolutely brutal. Now, I have been asked on my Facebook group finally about transfers from the airport to your resort if you're not with a package holiday company. Now, taxis are readily available at the airport, and as a guide, it costs approximately €30 to get into Palma, around €40 to get to Palma Nova, and 70 to get up to Alcudia. And also add on a surcharge to that of around €10 if you are arriving at the dead of night as well. It's also possible to get buses. You can get the EMT bus line, which also runs from the airport to various areas of Palma, and I'll put the link to that bus line in the description below this video. Also, to get buses to other areas of the island, do check out the TIB bus line, and I'll put the link to that bus service in the description below this video. But the TIB buses run all over the island as well, so you can easily jump on the bus to get to the resort that you are going to. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. If you have any further questions about your trip to Mallorca that Google cannot answer or you cannot find in this video, do go ahead and ask them on my Facebook group, which is also called Mallorca Under the Sun. And if you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and also give me the thumbs up too, because it really helps my channel and you will get the alerts as to when I post my next video about Mallorca. Okay, so thanks again for watching, and until the next video, goodbye for now.